Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also Brink, and we are one. So today I want to talk about 7 games that I've thoroughly enjoyed playing on the Steam Deck. Now, these are not going to be surprising, I think, to most. These are pretty typical of what I've been talking about. There are a few on there that I think you'll be surprised about. They're mainly third person, which I love with the controller, but first person, I tend to do keyboard and mouse. So there's one first person on this list, and I'm going to do multiple of these lists. So don't say this is like my top 7 games I love on Steam Deck. These are just 7 games I love on the Steam Deck, and I think you will too. We're going to be doing lots of these types of videos over the next few weeks, months, who knows. There's a lot of games that I've been playing and a lot of games that play great on this. So before we get into the video, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. Now, number 1, but not really in real order, it's just one that's coming up first, and let's get it out of the way. Doom Eternal, first-person shooter. It's a rhythm game for me. I love to run and gun to the soundtrack, slaying some demons, and just whatever it is. Like, this game is fun, highly optimized. I believe it runs on Switch decently, and on the Steam Deck, it runs amazingly. With everything, like, I can almost max out the graphics on this thing and still have a great time. Now, that being said, 60 frames per second is best, I believe, on the Steam Deck, just because it is so action-packed, it's so fast-paced, you need all those frames to capture all the goodness. So, that was my number 1 kind of thing. It's just the first one that came up. Let's get that first person out of the way. And we did. Now on to Red Faction Guerrilla. This might be a surprising one. So Red Faction Guerrilla came up because I was playing... I'm doing a Switch versus Steam Deck game comparison just for fun. And I have this game for both. It's the remastered. It has the Mars whatever thing in it because, you know, it takes space on Mars. Now, Red Faction Guerrilla is fun. I really like the Red Factions anyways. If you like destroying the world, sandbox-ish kind of thing, you're gonna like Red Faction. And on the deck, it runs great. It's not like it's a very demanding game. It's a fairly old game, but it looks and runs and it plays great. I love destroying things in this, and you will too. This game, yeah, this was one that I was surprised that I kept on playing, and I kept on playing. And so I'm going to continue on playing this, but before we, get further into that, let's get on to our next item on the list, Shadow of Mordor. This game is another one that's been on my list to finish, and it's just I don't know why it's been so hard to get through it, but it's such an amazing game. I love going through, sneaking, and then, the repercussion if you die fighting a boss that they level up. Like, that's such a cool mechanic of the game, and it's even cooler when it's in your hands and you can just slay some baddies on the go with your Steam Deck. And this game is one that I'm going to finally finish on the Steam because of the Steam Deck, and that's one of the reasons I got the Steam Deck, is to go through my backlog, right? And so Shadow of Mordor is definitely amazing, and I'm going to continue playing that for sure. Now, this next one is not a surprise. I had to put it on here. Witcher 3. I love this game. Witcher 3 has been fun so far on the Steam Deck. It is, to be honest, when I played it on PC, I played it with the controller most of the time. Sometimes I play with the mouse and keyboard just to mix it up because it was a 20-plus hour game for me. This is one of the best games to play on the Steam Deck on the go because you can always, suspend and go back and forth between playing it. And it works so well between different play sessions that you can finally, for some, actually maybe beat the game. I know a lot of people have not beat Witcher 3. I have, and I recommend that you do so. And it plays amazing with the controls, and it looks really good. The only downside out of all these, this is the one that probably I couldn't get to look as good as I wanted it to. There was just something a little off in the graphics. Not saying that's bad, but all the other games look actually really good. Witcher 3 just has some texture issues, and that's really it though. Love it. Looks better than the Switch. Okay, on to Resident Evil 2. No surprise here. This is the remake, by the way. Resident Evil 2 remake is really a good game. It's one of those games where you have to play it multiple times to get multiple aspects of the story. So me saying that I beat it about 3 or 4 times within the first week or two when I got it is not saying much for most, but it still is a pretty awesome game. With that, it is third person and it plays really well on the deck for me. I love it. I didn't see too many drops typically. It just depends on how you tweak those graphics and the settings. But almost at any setting, it looks really good. The dark atmosphere helps with that. And yeah, Resident Evil 2, gotta play it for sure on the deck. Dead Space 2, another one that's probably not surprising, but it's one that runs so well on the Steam Deck. Now, initially getting it set up, yeah, it might take a little bit of work, but it really does run well, and it's almost like it was made for the deck in some ways for me. I really like it. I haven't had issues yet. Obviously, no slowdowns or anything like that. It's an older game, but it still looks amazing. But then you go look at the Dead Space 1 remake, and then you're like, oh, I wonder if that's going to play on the Steam Deck. But no fear. At least you can play Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 on the Steam Deck. They play great. But Dead Space 2 is just, it's the special one out of the 3, and I love it on the deck. So, last one on my list is Evil Within, and the first one. I haven't tried the second one yet. I'm sure it plays great on it. Evil Within 1 plays amazing. Third person. It's one of those psychological horrors, and it's thrillers, whatever you want to call it. It is a horror and a thriller, and especially on the deck. You can play it in the darkest places of the world and still get scared the out of. And it is fun. I really like it, and it's fun to go back to the game that I haven't played in a while and just run through it. But now with that game, you can't necessarily run all the time. You have to sneak, but it is fun and scary, and I love it. Now, you'll notice a theme in this. I have a lot of horror or darker themes like Doom and Resident Evil, Dead Space, Evil Within. I do like those genres, but I do like RPGs. I do like a bunch of other types of games. These are just the games that I wanted to play on the Steam Deck so bad, and so I have been playing them, and they're so fun. But I do want to get into the rhythm of playing some RPGs, just sitting back and doing some Final Fantasy VII, whatever it is, like just some good old classic RPGs. That's another reason I got the deck, is because they're so chill, and I don't want to sit there and pop up my console or go to my couch every time I want to play something that's just a little bit more chill. I'd rather do it anywhere I'm at, in the house or on the go. As you can see, I'm on the go right now. So with that being said, let me know in the comments below, is my list good enough? Does it suffice your needs? Have you played any of these? Do you like them? Which one of the list is your favorite? I want to know, because these are all some of my favorites that I've played over the years, and I want to know that other people are enjoying them too. So with that, I am also going to be doing some more videos. Don't worry, I have a bunch of videos and requests from people that have commented in the past, and I have been playing some of those. I plan on doing a separate video, and I will be doing a lot more of these videos with gameplay and everything. So thank you guys for watching. I'll check out my other videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Later.